Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. It is my pleasure to be a moderator again of this wonderful webinar. My name is Rohamina P. Gapur, currently a teacher and a journal manager at St. Teresa International College, Thailand. On behalf of IGP Committee, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We appreciate you taking time of your busy schedules to join us tonight. We hope you will learn a lot for tonight's webinar. We have lined up for you to be fruitful and engaging. Before we begin our program, let me give you a little bit background about Institute of Global Professionals. IGP is a leading online skills development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. Institute of Global Professionals is an educational institution provides social work with globally recognized. We have organized this webinar, training offline and online courses from best and trained speakers all over the world to create a best learning platform for all of you. We believe that it's not effective to increase one's skills just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. Our mission is to empower people and improve their skills. We have successfully completed 126 webinar on applied research and action research. And I am pretty sure you've learned a lot from that relevant webinar. Tonight, we are pleased to bring you 127 webinars entitled Teaching Techniques in Mathematics with two young, beautiful, and intelligent speakers, Ma'am Rosalie G. Centano and Ma'am Armeline de la Cruz, Principe, all the way from the Philippines. So please, our lovely participants, don't forget to share this webinar in your community. Tag or mention your friends in the comment box below. And then if you have any questions during presentation, please keep it and you can post it during Q&A portion. Okay, now without further ado, I would like to welcome our first speaker. Our first speaker is a national trainer, math coordinator, and advisor from SDO Bulacan. Hi to all the Bulacan watching tonight. And the topic that she will going to discuss is the math techniques in solving math problems. Interesting. We will introduce her more with a video. So please, let's watch it.
Our research speaker for this session is a teacher 3 from the Schools Division of Bulacan. Her passion for mathematics brought her to various seminars, contests, and write-shops. It cannot be denied that her competence and commitment to service made her one of the outstanding teachers in San Rafael West District. Some of her achievements are the following. Served as District Math Coordinator from 2015 to 2019. Attended various trainings in the division, regional, and national level. Served as one of the national writers of the Bureau of Education Assessment. Served as regional trainer during the rollout of the critical content in Math 4. Served as demo teacher in the DOST STAR training. Won several awards in various math contests. And at present, she is one of the division teacher talents. Let us all welcome our research speaker for this session, Mrs. Rosalie G. Centeno.
Wow, what a beautiful introduction. Okay, so please, participants, let us give a warm welcome to Mom Rosalie G. Santano from the Philippines. Hello, Mom. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, Mom.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Mom. We can hear you, Mom. Loud and clear. Okay, Mom. If you have presentation, you can present it now.
Okay. I'm
Good
going to
luck,
share my
Mom.
presentation now, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, dear participants, please don't forget to share this webinar and tag your friends or mention their name in the comment box below. And we are also live now on
Can you see
YouTube.
my screen now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Clear, ma'am. You can see it, ma'am.
Can you hear me loud and clear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and
Okay.
clear.
Can I start now, ma'am?
Sure, ma'am. Good luck,
Okay.
ma'am. All the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. The topic that I'm going to share with you is some of the techniques and strategies in solving elementary math problems. But before I proceed with my talk, I would like to acknowledge or recognize these people who gave their full support and trust to me. They are the reason why I am here with you today. So I would like to thank Dr. Nestor P. Nuesca, our regional math supervisor in Region 3, Dr. Senya G. Mostoles, our schools division superintendent from SDO Bulacan, Sir Francisco B. Macale, our division math coordinator, Dr. Daniel V. Ortega, our district supervisor from San Rafael West District, and Sir Medardo Q. Valera III, head teacher 3 from Salapungan ES, where I am teaching. All right, so thank you so much, ma'am and sir. So before we proceed, let us have some brain teasers as form of our warm-up exercise, okay? So are you familiar with wordles or word puzzles? So this one is an example of word puzzle wherein by analyzing the picture, you can form a phrase, an English phrase. Okay, so take a look at this picture. So what phrase can you form out of this picture? You can type your answer in our comment section. Okay? Okay, correct. So this is balanced budget. How about this one? What phrase can you form out of this picture? Uh-huh. Let me see. Who can guess it right? Out of budget? No. Okay, correct. This is unfinished business. Next, how about this one? This is an easy one. What phrase can you form out of this picture? Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right. Forgive and forget. Next one. What English phrase can you form or can you picture out of this? EVARELTO. Let me see who can guess it right. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's correct. Elevator out of order. Next one. This one is an easy one. Uh-huh. Okay, she got it right. An inside job. And for the last one, If a square plus circle equals 10, and a triangle plus another triangle equals 6, a triangle plus circle equals 5, then what is the value of a circle, the triangle, and the square? Let me see who can guess it right. Okay, so circle is 2, triangle is 3, and for square is 8. So I hope you enjoy our brain teasers as form of our warm-up exercise. So now let us proceed to the main course for tonight, which is the techniques and strategies in solving elementary math problems. All right. So here in the Philippines, we have the so-called Metrobank MTOP DepEd Math Challenge. So it is a partnership between Department of Education and Metrobank Foundation of the Philippines. So it is a math contest joined by three pupils per team, and it is a oral and written contest wherein the objective is to enhance the mathematical ability of the pupils. Okay, so for today, we're going to have some of the techniques in solving elementary MTOP problems. So let's get it on. So first, let us have comparing the similar fractions. So we all know that dissimilar fractions are fractions having different denominators, right? So this time, we're going to have an easy way of comparing them, such as 3/5 and 2/3. They are dissimilar fractions because they have unlike denominators. Now, how can we compare them in an easy way? So by simply multiplying the numerator of the first fraction to the denominator of the second fraction. So 3 times 3 will give us 9. Then, multiply the numerator of the second fraction by the denominator of the first fraction, such as 2 times 5 will give us 10. 9 is less than 10. Therefore, 3/5 is less than 2/3. Did you get it? Let us have another example. Which is greater, 13/15 or 16/19? So let us follow the technique. So 13 times 19 will give us 247, while 16 times 15 will give us 240. 247 is greater than 240. Therefore, 13/15 is greater than 16/19. So that is an easy way of comparing the similar fractions. Let us now move to the second one, which is adding unit fractions. So we all know that unit fractions are fractions having 1 as their numerator, right? Such as 1/9 and 1/7. They are unit fractions because their numerator is 1. Now, how can we add them in an easier way? So let us have this one. 1/9 plus 1/7 is equal to 16/63. How does it goes? By simply adding the denominators, 9 plus 7, it will serve as your numerator. And by multiplying the denominators, it will serve as your denominator. So 9 plus 7 is equal to 16. And 9 times 7 is equal to 63. Therefore, 1/9 plus 1/7 is equal to 16/63. Let us have another one. 1/5 plus 1/8. Let us add them using the technique that I just taught you. So 5 plus 8 will give us 13, and 5 times 8 will give us 40. Therefore, 1/5 plus 1/8 is equal to 13/40ths. Did you get it? All right, let us now move to the next technique, which is the conversion of units in metric system. Okay, so we all know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. 1 hectometer is equal to 100 meters. 1 decagram is equal to 10 grams. 1 decigram is equal to zero point 0.1 gram, 1 centiliter is equal to zero point zero 0.01 liter, 1 milliliter is equal to zero point zero zero 0.001 liter. We all know that that is the conversion. But what I'm going to tell you for tonight is an easier way of converting units in metric system. And how does it goes? All you have to do is to memorize this order from bigger unit to smaller unit. That is kilo, hecto, deca, unit, deci, centi, and milli. Wherein unit could be gram, meter, or liter. Gram if you are measuring mass or weight. So the unit of measurement if you are measuring mass or weight is gram. So it will be kilogram, hectogram, decagram, gram, decigram, centigram, and milligram. And if you are measuring length, width, or height, the unit of measurement is meter. So it will be kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, and milliliter. Millimeter rather. And if you are measuring liquid, the unit of measurement will be liter. So it is kiloliter, hectoliter, decaliter, liter, deciliter, centiliter, and milliliter. Again, all you have to do is to memorize this order from bigger units to smaller unit. Kilo, hecto, deca, unit, deci, centi, and milli. Now, let us have the conversion of units. Let us start with bigger unit to smaller unit. Okay, let us have 45.89 grams convert to centigrams. So from grams or from unit, we're going to have two moves going to the right. Therefore, if we made two moves going to the right, we are also move the decimal point two places to the right. So 45.89 grams will become 4,589 grams, centigrams. Let us have another one. 38 hectoliters convert to deciliters. By the way, if it is small ka or small letter D, that is for deciliter. If it is caps lock D, that is for decaliter. So 38 hectoliters convert to deciliters. So from hectoliters, we are going to move 1, 2, three moves to reach deciliters. So we made three moves going to the right. Therefore, we are also going to move the decimal point three places to the right. So 38 hectoliters is equal to 38,000 deciliters. I hope you can follow. Next, how about this one? 115.3 decameters convert to millimeters. So from decameters, we are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. So we made 4 moves going to the right. Therefore, we are going to move the decimal point 4 places to the right. So 115.3 decameters is equal to 1,153,000 millimeters. And that is the conversion of units from bigger units to smaller units. How about converting smaller unit to bigger unit? Let us have an example. 98.74 centigrams. Let us convert it into gram. So from centigrams, we are going to move two times going to the left. This time we are going to the left because we are converting smaller unit to bigger unit. Since we made two moves going to the left, we are also going to move the decimal point two places to the left. Therefore, 98.74 centigrams is equal to 0.9874 gram. How about this one? 3.6 millimeters convert to meters. So from millimeters, 1, 2, 3. We made 3 moves going to the left. So again, if you made 3 moves going to the left, simply move the decimal point 3 places to the left also. So 3.6 millimeters is equal to 0.0036 meter. And for the last one, we have 16.73 hectograms convert to kilograms. So this time we're just going to move it one time to the left. So therefore, let us move the decimal point one time, one place to the left. So 16.73 hectograms is equal to 1.673 kilograms. Okay? Again, all you have to do is to memorize this order: kilo, hecto, deca, unit, deci, centi, milli. Wherein unit could be gram if you are measuring mass or weight, meter if you are measuring length, width, or height, and liter if you are measuring liquid. And that is the technique in conversion of units in metric system. Okay, let us now move to the next one. Let us have now the technique which is I called work backward and do the inverse operation. So what are the problems that we can use this technique? So let us have this one. I am thinking of a number. Twice my number plus 15 equals 95. What is the number? As the technique said, work backward and do the inverse operation. So therefore, our equation will be 95 minus 15 because the inverse operation of plus or add is subtract, and the inverse operation of twice is divide by 2. So we have an equation of 95 minus 15 divided by 2 is equal to 40. So let us check if our answer is correct. 40 times 2 will give us 80 plus 15 will give us 95. So again, the technique is to work backward and do the inverse operation. Let us have another one. A number is divided by 8. To the quotient, 2,650 is added. If the result is 2,659, what is the number? Again, all you have to do is to work backward and do the inverse operation. So the equation will be 2,659 minus, because the inverse operation of add is subtract, and then quotient, we will multiply it by 8 because we are doing the inverse operation. So 2,659 minus 2,650 times 8 will give us 72. Let us check if our answer is correct. 72 divided by 8 will give us 9, plus 2,650 will give us 2,659. So that is working backward and do the inverse operation for you to find the missing number. I hope you are learning. Next, let us have now the arithmetic sequence. Okay, so what is arithmetic sequence, by the way? All right, so arithmetic sequence is a sequence of numbers in which the difference between the two consecutive numbers or expressions is the same. Again, the difference between the two consecutive numbers or expressions is the same. It has something to do with addition or subtraction rule. So let us have this one. This problem is an example of arithmetic sequence. Why? So let us have it. In the sequence 3, 7, 11, 15, and 19, what is the 50th number in the sequence? So it is an example of arithmetic sequence because they have a common difference, wherein every other term we add 4, right? So for arithmetic sequence, we are going to use the formula an is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, wherein an is the nth term, or in this example, that is the 50th term. A1 is the first term. In this example, our first term is 3. N is the number of terms. So again, this is 50. And D is their common difference, which is 4. So again, for the problem to be considered arithmetic sequence, there must be a common difference between the two consecutive numbers. So again, the formula to use in arithmetic sequence is a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times t. Let us now substitute the given data. All right, using the formula a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. A sub 1 is 3 plus n, which is 50, minus 1 times their difference, which is 4. So 50 minus 1 is equal to 49 times 4 is 196 plus 3 will give us 199. So this is an easy way to find the nth number in a sequence. So therefore, the 50th number in this sequence is 199. Again, arithmetic sequence, all you have to do is to know the formula in arithmetic, which is a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Let us have another example. If we count by 6, starting with 11, we get the sequence 11, 17, 23, 29, 35. What is the 25th number in the sequence? Again, this is an example of arithmetic sequence because they have a common difference, which is 6. We add 6 every other each term. So let us use the formula a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So a sub 1 is 11 plus 25 minus 1 times their common difference, which is 6. So 25 minus 1 is 24 times 6 will give you 144 plus 11 is 155. So the 25th number in the sequence is 155. All right. I can see in the chat box that you are learning. So thank you so much. Next, what is the 65th term in this sequence? 21, 15, 9, and 3. So this time, it is decreasing. So from 21, it becomes 15, 9, and 3. But still, it is an arithmetic sequence because they have a common difference, which is negative 6 because we subtract 6 every other term. So using the formula a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, we have 21 plus 65 minus 1 times negative 6. Therefore, 64 times negative 6 will give us negative 384 plus 21 will give us an answer of negative 363. So, therefore, the 65th term in this sequence is negative 363. All right? Again, remember, arithmetic sequence, the formula is a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. All right, let us now move to another technique or strategy in solving elementary math problems, which is logical reasoning. So let me give you the problem, wherein we can use logical reasoning. So here is the problem. Ryan can cover the roof of a house in 3 days. Roy can make this job in 6 days. How long will it take for Ryan and Roy to complete the job if they work together? Again, Ryan can finish the roof area in 3 days. So therefore, 1/3 of the roof area can be covered per day by Ryan. While Roy can finish the roof area in 6 days. So therefore, 1/6 of the roof area can be covered by Roy per day. And if they will work together, so 1/3 plus 1/6 of the roof area can be covered per day by the two of them. So 1/3 plus 1/6, so using the technique that I just taught you using adding unit fractions, it will give us 1/2. So therefore, 1/2 of the roof area can be covered by Ryan and Roy if they work together. Hence, it will take 2 days for them to complete the job. All right? Did you get it? So by simply using logical reasoning, we can answer the problem. Next, let us have now the part whole model. So the part whole model, It can be used in the problems involving fractions. So let us have the first problem wherein we can use the part-whole model. Mrs. Centeno has many roses. 3/9 of them are yellow. 2/6 of the remaining roses are red, and the rest are pink. If she has 36 pink roses, how many roses does she have altogether? So since Mrs. Macalino has has three ninths of her roses are yellow, so let us first make 9 blocks and consider 3/9 of it for yellow roses. Again, let us have 9 blocks and consider the 3/9 of it for yellow roses as stated in the problem. And it is also said there that 2/6 of the remaining roses are red. So let us now consider 2/6 from the remaining blocks. So we have 2/6, which is for red roses. And the rest are pink. So how many blocks are remaining? So we still have 4 blocks for pink roses. And it is said in the problem that she has 36 pink roses. Therefore, 36 divided by 4 blocks will give you 9 per 9 roses per block. All right. So we can now answer the problem. How many roses does she have altogether? So 9 blocks times 9 roses per block will give you 81 roses altogether. So Mrs. Macalino has 81 roses. So see, we were able to answer the problem by simply using the part whole model. So it is an easy way to let the pupils understand the problem for them to comprehend what is the problem really all about. All right? So next, let us have another one. So Vianess is icing 30 cupcakes. All right? She has 30 cupcakes and she's icing it with different flavors. She spreads mint icing on 1/5 of the cupcakes and chocolate icing on 3/4 of the remaining cupcakes. The rest will get vanilla frosting. How many cupcakes have vanilla frosting? All right, let us do again the part whole model to answer this problem. Since she spreads one she spreads mint icing on 1/5 of the cupcakes, let us have 5 blocks and consider 1/5 of it for mint icing. And it is stated in the problem that 3/4 of the remaining cupcakes is for chocolate as icing. So let us consider 3/4 of the remaining cupcakes. So 3/4 of the remaining cupcakes for chocolate icing. And the rest will get vanilla frosting. So we only have 1 block left for vanilla frosting. If she has 30 cupcakes altogether, so 30 divided by 5 blocks, therefore, each block contains 6 cupcakes, right? So 30 divided by 5 blocks, we get 6 cupcakes per block. Therefore, the answer is 6 cupcakes have vanilla frosting. All right? Did you get it? So next, let us have this one. At the animal shelter, 4/6 of the animals are cats. Of the cats, 1/2 are male. What fraction of the animals at the shelter are male cats? So, as said in the problem, 4/6 of the animals are cats. So let us make 6 blocks and consider 4/6 of it for the cats. And it is stated in the problem that 1/2 of the cats are male. So 1/2 of 4 blocks is 2, right? Therefore, 2 blocks represent the male cats. The question now is, what fraction of the animals at the shelter are male cats? So we can barely answer it by just looking at the part whole model, which is 2/6 or 1/3 of the animals in the shelter are male cats. All right. So that is this part whole model of answering questions or math problems regarding fractions. And the last one is answering problems using Venn diagram. So how does it goes? Let us have this problem. 8 of the people in Patrick's neighborhood like to eat macaroni, and 7 like to eat potato chips. 4 people like to eat both macaroni and potato chips. How many people like to eat macaroni or potato chips or both? So we can easily answer this problem by using Venn diagram. Okay, so let us have, so in this problem, we have two categories, which is for macaroni and another set for potato chips. As you can see, there is an intersection between the two sets or between the two categories because there are people who like to eat both macaroni and potato chips. So we are going to write 4 in their intersection because 4 of them like to eat macaroni and potato chips. And it is stated in the problem that 8 people like to eat macaroni. Since we already have 4, we will just add another 4 to complete the 8 people who like to eat macaroni. And for potato chips, there are 7 people who like to eat potato chips. We already have 4. Therefore, we are just going to add 3 to complete the 7 people who like to eat potato chips. Now, let us answer the problem. How many people like to eat macaroni or potato chips or both? 4 people like to eat macaroni only, 3 people like to eat potato chips only, and 4 people like to eat both of them. Therefore, the answer is 11. All right. 11 people like to eat macaroni or potato chips or both. So that is the way of answering that problem using Venn diagram. Let us have another one. All right. 8 of the people in Bell's restaurant like hot sauce. 11 people like ketchup, and 4 people like both hot sauce and ketchup. The question is, how many people like ketchup but not hot sauce? So again, we have two categories or two sets, one for hot sauce and one for ketchup. So as you can see, there is an intersection again because there are people who like to eat both hot sauce and ketchup, and they are 4 people. So we are going to write 4 in their intersection. And 8 people like to eat hot sauce. So we already have 4, so we're just going to add another 4. And for ketchup, 11 people like to eat ketchup. We already have 4, so we're just going to add 7 to complete the 11 people who like to eat ketchup. Now, let us answer the problem. The question is, how many people like ketchup but not hot sauce? So, as you can see on the Venn diagram, only 7 people like to eat ketchup but not hot sauce. All right? Did you get it? And for the last problem, we have this one. Again, by using Venn diagram. This time, we have 3 categories. So, let me read the problem. A veterinarian surveys 26 people. He discovers that 14 have dogs, 10 have cats, 5 have birds, 4 have dogs and cats, 3 have dogs and birds, 1 has cat and bird. The question is, if no one has all 3 kinds of pets, how many people have none of these pets? All right. So again, we have 3 categories, one for dogs, another one for cats, and another one for birds. All right. So, as you can see in the problem, no one has the 3 kinds of pets. All right? No one has the 3 kinds of pet. Therefore, on the intersection of these 3 categories, we are going to write 0 because no one has the 3 kinds of pet. While one has cat and bird. So one people has cat and bird. So for the intersection of cat and bird, we are going to write 1. And 3 people have dogs and birds. So for the intersection of dogs and birds, we are going to write 3. And for dogs and cats, there are people who likes dogs and cats, so they are 4. So for the intersection of dogs and cats, we are going to write 4. Now, 5 have birds. We already have 4 people for our set of bird. So we're just going to add 1 to complete the 5 people who have birds. And for the cats, we have 10 people who loves or who have cats. We already have 5 for the set of cats. So we're just going to add another 5. And for dogs, we have 14 people who have dogs. We already have 7. So we're going to add another 7 to complete the people who have dogs, which is 14. Now, the question is, if no one has 3 kinds of pet, how many people have none of these pets? So how can we answer that? By simply adding these people, 7 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 and plus 1, then subtract it from the number of people who was surveyed by the veterinarian. So that is 5 because 26 minus 21 is equal to 5. Therefore, 5 people have none of these pets. All right? So that is using Venn diagram to answer questions like that. So those are the techniques that I am using when coaching or training my pupils who are joining the MTAP contest. So before I leave or before I end my presentation, I want you to leave with this quote by Paul Halmos. He says, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. Again, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. All right? Once again, this is Ma'am Rosalie G. Centeno, Teacher 3 from SD of Bulacan. Thank you so much and God bless us all.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Mom, for that wonderful presentation. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and expertise in solving different problems. You have shared some techniques in solving the problem. I hope
Thank
our
you so much,
learners or our
ma'am.
participants learned from your presentation. Thank you
I
so
hope
much,
so,
Mom
ma'am.
Rosalie G.
Thank you so much,
Santano.
ma'am.
Dear participants, please let us thank Mom Rosalie Z. Santano from the Philippines for
Thank
her
you so
amazing
much.
presentation. Thanks a lot, Mom.
Thank you so
Okay,
much, ma'am.
you're welcome, Mom. Please stay, Mom. And then later on, we will have our Q&A portion.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and remember, participants, today from July 12, that is today, we will be broadcast our live webinar on our official Facebook page, group, and YouTube channel, Three Destinations, at a time for better services from IGP. Okay, so now we will move to another interesting and relevant presentation from our second speaker. Our second speaker, she is a mathematics enthusiast, mentor, speaker, and moderator. Her topic for tonight is about teaching math in the new normal. Wow, interesting. So we will introduce more our participant or our speaker in a short video. So please let us watch her video. Short introduction. Thank you. Wow, amazing introduction, Mom. No wonder you're so beautiful. Okay, so please, participants, let us give a warm welcome to our beautiful second speaker, none other than Mom Armeline de la Cruz Principe.
Thank you so
Yes.
much,
Good
mom. So
evening,
let
Mom.
me share. Let me share my screen now. Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, Mom.
Okay.
Very clear.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. Again, I am Miss Armeline de la Cruz Principe, a licensed professional teacher here from the Philippines, and it is my pleasure and I am so honored to be part of tonight's webinar. So thank you so much, IGB, for this opportunity. So the topic that I'll be discussing with you is about teaching mathematics in the new normal. But before we start, I just want to acknowledge and give thanks to these people for giving me the privilege and opportunity in this kind of webinar. Of course, ayan, to the regional mathematics supervisor in Region 3 here in the Philippines, Dr. Nestor P. Nuesca, and to our schools division superintendent in SDO Cabanatuan City, specifically, Madam Teresa Di Mababa, CESO 5, our education program supervisor in math, here in our SDO Cabanatuan City again, Dr. Sani P. De Leon. Of course, District 5 Public Schools District Supervisor Dr. Mercy P. Caraga, and to my principal in Sapang Elementary School, Madam Pinky May M. Ramos. And of course, my inspiration, my motivator, and my number one supporter. He always pushed me to the best that I can. My caring and my loving husband, Mr. Patrick Erickson, Esmino Principe. So I hope and I pray that all of you and all of us will be able to learn something from this lesson or from this session. Let's go and let's start our lecture for today. So let's always remember that the more you know, the more you don't know. Hopefully, we will be emptying our mind tonight and learn something new with our discussions, and all of you will be able to understand and learn something from our lecture tonight. So, here are the topics that I'll be discussing for tonight's session. First, challenges of online teaching, of course. Second, advantages of online teaching. And the third one is the are those strategies for teaching mathematics effectively in the new normal. So moving on, here are our objectives. There are three objectives that we are going to meet at the end of this lecture. Discuss the challenges and advantages of online teaching, of course. So impart knowledge and skills in teaching mathematics effectively in the new normal. Then last but definitely not the least is to give solutions to the challenges of teaching and learning process. Moving on, let us now discuss what is new normal education. So, as we all know, there's a huge changes in the field of education as of now due to pandemic COVID-19. And we are now going to discuss first what is new normal education. Under the new normal education, there will be a shift of learning space, of course. That means from classroom setup, from classroom discussion, we are now going to have our discussion through online like this, webinar online. We will be making presentations, we will be delivering our lessons by the means of connecting with the students through online, of course. So there is no face to face, but rather there is e-learning wherein students and teachers can interact even though they are working at home like this. So they are studying at home. Teachers will now be delivering their lesson at home, and of course, they are, or the teachers will now be delivering their lesson. No need for them to go to school because of the new normal education. So from classroom setup, students and as well as teachers, now we are now working at home. That's why there will be a shift of working space. The second one, there will be a shift of delivering methods. So before, the teacher will be teaching their students together, like using chalkboard, writing on the board. Now there will be a different or shift of delivery of methods. It only means that the students now can send videos for those visual learners. They can send presentations. They can send music for the auditory learners because there are a lot of methods or materials that are available through online. So that's why under the new normal education, there will be a shift of delivery of methods. Okay, the next one, there will be a shift of responsibility in the teaching and learning process. So what does it mean? Parents in the new normal education have the super big responsibility. It only means that parents and teachers must have or must be connected with each other. They must have established good connection. So because parents will have a big role in this new normal education. So in the absence of the teacher as the teacher, the parents should always there to answer all the queries of the students because teachers cannot answer the questions of the students abruptly because there is no direct contact with them. So sometimes the teacher just have 1 hour to discuss and they cannot talk face to face. That's why parents should also be knowledgeable enough in the subject matter. Parents must also know how to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. That's why in this type, should I say, of new normal education, so parents and teachers should establish a good relationship in order for the parents to give feedback of the students on what are the things to be improved by their children, or that's why there's a huge challenge for the parents in the new normal. Teachers should not only be connected with the students alone, but as well as with the parents. Fourth, there's a shift of responsibility in learning evaluations. As we all know, evaluations and assessments will be sent to the students through online. So one of the things that bothered me is that students can cheat anytime. We all know that. Maybe you will be giving them questions, you will be giving them test papers. Then their brothers or sisters or parents will be answering the questions for them. That's why a while ago I said that there must be a good connection between the parents and the teachers so that they will be working with honesty. So this is the new normal education now. There will be a shift of learning space, there will be a shift of delivering methods, there will be a shift of responsibility in the teaching and learning process, and there will be a shift of responsibility in learning evaluations. So moving on, let's now discuss these things. The challenges of online teaching in mathematics. So, what are the different challenges of online teaching? I know that this presentation or this lesson is not just applicable in math or in mathematics subject, but as well as with other subjects like English and many more. So, the first one, lack of awareness about the usefulness of what e-learning is. So, this is one of the challenges, of course, that we are encountering at this moment because there will be no formal training or introduction for students and teachers about this tool. So we all know that nowadays we are not yet prepared for it. Or should I say, we are not very prepared with how we face new normal education because we don't have formal training with our students and teachers. So it will be harder, yeah, it will be harder to deliver our lesson because not all students are good at technology. Not all the teachers are good at using technologies like using PowerPoint like this or using or making videos. That's why this is one of the challenges of online teaching in mathematics. So the second one is the resistance to use e-learning from teachers. So why? Because there are some teachers prefer the old ways of teaching. Yeah, based on face-to-face meetings like that. And they do not prefer the use of contemporary technologies like this. Or sometimes, some teachers do not actually know how to use e-learning tools. So let's accept the fact. There might be some of the teachers will be telling you that, oh, I'm old enough for this, like that. Some of them don't want to learn anymore. There are also teachers don't even want to cope up with the changes that we are encountering. But always remember, like what others have always said, there is no permanent in this world except change. That's why resistance of the teacher in adapting the new normal education will be a big hindrance in delivering the lessons effectively. That's why the teacher must always accept the challenge that we are facing as of now. So the third one, resistance to change traditional learning methods by students. It is also one of the challenges. Why? As we all know, students are used of having classroom discussions, direct contact with their teachers, face to face wherein they can ask questions abruptly. Unlike through online like this, one of the challenges that we might face is that there will be a weak there will be a weak internet connection, they will be buffering, they will not be able to understand each other. Unlike face to face, they can directly ask the teacher if they do not understand what they are discussing. So there are some students as well who prefer to use hard copies instead of soft copies. We all know that. Based on some researches that I have read, students feel bored, yeah, when they read using soft copies. But students are more motivated when they are reading or they read using hard copies, of course, printed copies. That's why this is also one of the challenges for the teachers to help, to motivate, to encourage their students to adapt with the current changes. So we, the teachers, must also be willing to learn, because if you are willing to learn, no one can stop you. So one of the motivations of the students must be the teacher, of course. That's why we need to encourage our students as well to adapt with the current changes in this environment nowadays. To cope up with the current changes we are experiencing as of now is like this one. So the fourth one is the role of the school in determining students' use of learning materials. So this considered as one of the challenges. Why? Because the school has the responsibility to help the students in terms of their learning materials as well. So of course, like what is written here, it should be based on the budget. Not all schools has the budget to provide what are the need of the students in terms of the teaching and learning process. That's why it is also one of the challenges that we might be facing under the new normal. So education, that would be the school must appropriately choose the right materials for the students in order for them to maximize the teaching and the learning process. So the fifth challenge is that role of the teachers in determining the appropriate materials for the students. So the teachers must have enough time in order for them to search the things that they need to deliver the lessons effectively. So teachers should devote time in searching for materials that will help them to deliver the lesson effectively. So one of the challenges of us teachers, we need to exert effort. We need to add more time in order for us to search a lot of things for the students. So since we cannot see them face to face, that's why we can give them materials. We can send link to them in order for us to maximize our time in teaching them. So even though we are working at home, we need to have time. We need to choose the things. For example, if you search materials on YouTube, make sure you watch it first, of course. Do not give to your students unless you watch and confirm if the informations are correct. So as a teacher, we must be giving our time. We must check everything, of course. We must validate everything if the materials that we will be giving them are appropriate in order for us to effectively deliver our lesson. Next is lack of resources of the students, because there are some students who are not financially capable of buying gadgets or paying internet bills. We all know that. So I think that is one of the challenges, most especially the book of the government schools nowadays, because there are some students who are not well off, and their cell phones must have a good quality. Their cell phone must handle different files in order for them to understand. So in order for them to read the materials that was sent by their teachers, so that's why the lack of resources of the students is one of the biggest challenges of online teaching, especially in mathematics. The last challenge that we are facing right now in our online teaching is that it needs a lot of time and preparation, as what I have mentioned a while ago. So before you can teach by writing on the board, now you need to prepare a lot of presentations like this. You need to make videos, you need to make or you need to edit anything, you need to record in order for you to have your materials and send it to your students later on. That's why it needs a lot of time, as in additional time and effort for the teachers. There will be additional efforts that is needed for the teacher in order for us to deliver our lesson. So we, the teachers, must search a lot of things. We must search a lot of videos, a lot of materials that will help our students to support the teaching and the learning process. So that could be the 7 challenges of online teaching. So if there are challenges of online teaching, also, of course, there are also advantages. So what are the advantages of online teaching specifically or most especially in math subject? First, it is accessible anytime and anywhere for as long as there is internet connection. Yes, course, because teachers and students can work at home like this. It will be easier for the teacher to just send the materials of the students to the students that they need, and the students can easily download it. So they can download what the teachers sent them. In addition, teachers can also search for the materials or for the videos, for the presentations that needed in order for them to deliver the lessons effectively. And of course, the students have the chance to access the internet anytime, anywhere for as long as they have good connection. So if there are things that they don't understand, they can easily search for it and find the answers to it, because not all the time the teacher can answer their queries. Second one, oh, sorry. Am I fast enough? Okay. The second one is the resistance. Challenge. It is still the challenge. Okay. The second challenge is that, or advantage, should I say, there is no need for the teachers and students to go to school. So it is an advantage for both the teachers and learners, because they don't need to wake up early. They don't need to fix themselves early. They don't need to travel early because they can work at home now. That is the advantage of online teaching. So one more thing, teachers and students can save money because we don't need to pay for the transportation. Yes. So that's one of the advantages. Another one is that students will be able to practice to work independently. So in the absence of the teacher, the students can now easily search on the internet the topics which are not clear for them. For example, if students are having hard time on addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the four fundamental operations, so they can easily search on YouTube, and there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube. So the students will be able to work independently while watching it, because sometimes their parents, we all know that their parents do not know how to solve it as well, so that no one will be able to help them except themselves, because if no one encourages you, you will not be encouraged at all. Okay, so the last one is students can learn based on their preferences. So yeah, this is an advantage. As we all know, students have different learning styles. They are different individuals. Some of them may learn by listening to music. Some of them may learn while watching videos. That's why it is an advantage to them because they can choose their own preferences in terms of learning. So students have the chance now to choose what kind of learning they have because everything is available on the internet. So here are the advantages of online teaching. So now we are finished. We are now finished with the introduction of our lecture tonight. Just the introduction. We've finished talking about the challenges of online teaching. We are finished with the advantages of online teaching. Let's now move on with the most or the vital part of the vital discussion of this lecture. That is the 10 strategies for teaching mathematics effectively in the new normal. So, how do we teach mathematics online effectively? That is the biggest question. That is the biggest challenge for us, math teachers. So, because it is very challenging to us to teach the subject, sometimes in the classroom setup, face to face, it's still hard for us to teach math. Or should I say, the students find it hard to learn math. How much more when we teach them through online? That is the biggest challenge. That's why I came up with this 10 strategies for teaching mathematics online that we can use in order for us to deliver our lessons effectively. I know you are all excited, so let's move on with number 1. First, you need to record your lectures. It is very important for us to record our lectures. Do not do live stream. You can do live stream as well, but make sure that it is recorded and the students will have the copy. Because if we will be doing live stream and not a recorded live stream, there might be some things that we can say to our students incorrectly. So that's why we can record our lectures in order for us to minimize errors because we can review it. We can check from time to time if the things that we are seeing on the videos are correct. We can review and we can cut the things which are not necessarily for our discussion. So that is the advantage of recording our lecture. At the same time, students can watch with their convenience. Why? Because not all the time students have a good internet connection. Even us. Sometimes we do not have good connection as well. That's why maybe during our discussion, we will be buffering or maybe the connections of our dear students. That's why we need to record our lecture. Okay? So we need to record it so that we can send it to our students and they can download it immediately at their most convenient time. They can download it anytime that they like for as long as they have a good internet connection. So with that, they will also view they will also view it from time to time because we all know that there are students that we need to apply the law of repetition. I know you all familiar with this one, especially in the math subject. Law of repetition. Why? There are students that needs to view or watch it from time to time for them to understand well the lessons. Before we move on with the next strategy, one of the advantages of recording our lectures prior hand, it will protect us. Of course, it will protect us from danger. As we all know, students are really good in terms of using cell phones. Am I right? Yeah, they can easily screen record what we said and they can use it against us. That's why when we pre-record everything that we say, we can check, we can validate if the material things that we are saying are correct. So we can also check if the process that we are giving to them can be easily understood by the students. That is the advantage of recording our lectures. It will protect us. It will protect us, yes. Second one, we need to set objectives. So make sure to state objectives on the first part so students will be able to know what to expect for the discussion. So make sure that the students are also aware of the objectives we set for them so that they can help us to meet those objectives, because those objectives will be their guide on what kind of knowledge and skills they will be acquiring of the end at the end of our discussion. So that's why, based on my presentation tonight, I put all the three objectives so that all of you who are watching will be able to know what kind of skills, what kind of knowledge you may acquire at the end of the lecture. So according to Seneca, if one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. So when you know where you are headed, you can easily get there. Again, if one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. When you know where you are headed, you can easily get there. Of course, when you know where you are headed, you can easily get there. When our students know where they are being headed, they can easily get there. So same thing with us. Make sure that we focus on achieving the objectives that we set for the students. For example, at the end of the day, the students must be able to solve addition, subtraction of integers, for example. That's why our learning materials must be aligned on the objectives that we set. So the assessment and the evaluations that we have for the students must also meet the objectives. So it must be aligned with the objectives that we set in order for us to know if we met the objectives at the end of the discussion. So that's why objectives are very important, because they will be serving as a guide to both the teacher and the students. But of course, make sure also that your objectives are smart. What do we mean by smart? S stands for specific. Yes. M stands for measurable. A for attainable, R for result oriented, and letter T for time bound. I know that all of us, especially those who are teachers here, we are so familiar with this type of objective, smart objective, so that you will not be wasting time. At the end of the day, the objectives that you give to your students will be met because you focus on those objectives, and the activities, the assessment, the discussion are aligned on the objectives that you set for the students. Okay. Of course, the third one, keep videos short. So it is one of the strategy that you may use to maximize the pupils, right? That's why we need to keep our videos short and interesting, of course, in a sense that the students will be watching from the start until the end. So we need to make video short because our students, or some of our students, do not have good internet connections as well. So when you send them videos which are short, they will easily download it because it is short. Unlike if you will be sending them on our videos, for example. So it will take so much time in order for them to download it. When you make videos, you make sure that you will be recording from just 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? So that the students will not be recording from, or the students will not be bored. Yeah, will not be bored when they watch it. When you make videos, make sure you follow the 3S, as in 3S. 3S stands for short, the first one, sharp, and sure. Okay? Short, sharp, and sure. So it is sharp in the sense that the activities or the things that we will be talking to the students on the videos will be meeting all the objectives. It is sharp in a sense that it is direct, and the students should be able to follow the processes that we will be giving to the videos. It is sharp also in a sense that the students learning style will be able to tap, or the intelligences of the students should be able to tap on the videos that we will be sending to them. So it is sure in a sense that objectives that we set for the day would be met. Sure, as the second S stands for sure, okay? Now, if you have more to say, much better if you record uh, two or more. Yeah, two or more videos. Just an additional also, do not add a lot of things to the discussion which are not necessary. For example, if your discussion is all about addition and subtraction of integers again, favorite example, make sure your videos will be focusing on the addition and subtraction of integers only. Do not include topics which are not necessary or which are not relevant for you to support the teaching and the learning process. So why do we need to keep our video short? Because number four strategy is allow the students to practice. We should allow them. Make sure that your videos will be lasting from just 10 to 15 minutes so that the students will be having time to practice. As we all know, mathematics is a skill. Yeah, it is a skill. It needs a lot of practices for it to be mastered by the student. So after the 10 to 15 minutes videos that we will be sending, we will be sending our students worksheets as well. Not just videos. You need to provide worksheets as well. By the way, there are a lot of available resources or materials or worksheets on the internet with answers, or we can send it to our students so that the students will be able to practice the skills that they need to master. So as they always say, practice doesn't make things perfect because nobody's perfect. We all know that. But it makes things permanent. Moreover, the practice that we give to our students will determine the quality of learning we give to them. We all know that in terms of mathematics, it involves a lot of practices. Yeah. It involves a lot of repetition. It involves a lot of things to do in order for the students to master the skills. Okay. With the fifth strategy in teaching mathematics in this new normal education, write the steps on your slides. So make sure that the students will be able to understand the steps on your slides. Our students have a lot of hows and a lot of whys. That's why when we make slides, make sure that all the steps and all the rules were written on our slides so that the students will be able to understand the discussion in our absence when we send them the videos. Just like this example, let's have division of decimals. The first step is to make the divisor a whole number by moving the decimal point. So it is written here. Next is to move the decimal point in the dividend the same number of places. Then you may now divide. Then after that, you need to line up the decimal point in the quotient with decimal point in the dividend. So with this example, again, make sure to write all the things on your slide, especially especially those teachers that are teaching elementary level, so that the students will be able to follow our discussions and will understand clearly the things that we are teaching them. Okay, the sixth strategy is that give specific instructions. So make sure that the instructions are clearly stated to students to avoid confusion and repetitive questions. Yeah, sometimes before the pandemic, we should accept the fact in the classroom setup, even the simplest instruction, the students still cannot follow. Yeah, that's why through online teaching like this, make sure that our instructions are clearly stated as well in order for the students to follow them easily. Make sure, for example, if you want them to do performance tasks, make sure that your instructions are clear and make sure also to give rubrics. Yes, we are all familiar with this one. We make sure that we give rubrics ahead of time. So the students will know if what are the things to be expected from them. So the students will also know if how they will be graded on their performance task. That's why giving specific instructions will be making the work of the teachers become easier. Make sure that you give instructions. So it is also easy to follow. You give instructions that will be making work of the teacher becomes easier. So make sure that you give instruction easy to understand and make sure that they are very specific. Okay. So the next one, the seventh strategy in teaching mathematics online in this new normal is that use existing resources. So how is that? Use pre-developed resources available online and provide students with clickable link. As we all know, there are a lot of materials, there are a lot of resources, there are a lot of videos to be found on the internet. The challenge for us teachers is to exert more effort to add time in searching things that we will be able to help our students to understand the topic easily. Take note, when you send link to your students, make sure you read them. When you send videos to your students or the link of the videos, make sure you watch them first because we will be accountable to it. Do not just search from the internet then send the link to our students. So you should also know if what really the content of the videos are. It will also establish connection because you can ask your students after watching the video. How was the video like that? Did you understand it? Or should I say on what part is the most interesting like that? So make sure teachers you exert more effort, you exert more time in watching the videos to make sure that the videos we send to our pupils will easily support the teaching and the learning process. So teachers, we need to accept the challenge as early as now. There are a lot of pre-developed resources. We just need to develop or we just need to devote, should I say, we should need to devote our time. Okay, the eighth strategy is that provide interactive activities. Teachers make sure that we plan ahead of time because if we fail to plan, we all know that we are planning to fail. That is the familiar quotation that I have read a while ago. So there are a lot of mobile applications. There are a lot of videos. There are a lot of resources that are applicable to the lesson. You just need to be diligent. Yeah, that's the right term for us. We just need to be diligent in order for us to find meaningful or interactive activities that will help and support our teaching and learning process. So teachers insert activities that will allow our students to actively participate even they study at home. So you know what? We have a big role, as in a big role and responsibility with this matter. I remember the story, uh, there was a principal and the teacher. So the teacher said, Principal, I have a bird in my hand, the teacher said. So the question is the bird dead or alive? The teacher said. Then the principal is intelligent and he has a lot of wisdom. The principal said, I'll be telling you that the bird is dead. If I'll be telling you that the bird is dead, then you will set it free for you to tell me that it is alive, the principal said. Then if I'll be telling you that the bird is alive, you will squeeze it until it dies. So what does it mean? What does the story means? It only means that the future of our students lies on our hands. Yes, the future of our students lies on our hands. Teachers always remember that we have a big part in this challenge that we are facing as of now. So the future of our students lies in our hands. Take the challenge. Teachers, be brave. Yeah, be brave. I know you can do it. I know we can do it. Make sure that we provide interesting activities that will really catch the attention of our students, especially those in the elementary level. Okay, the ninth strategy is that show your care for your students. Yes, teachers, we must be sincere. We must be sincere. Be honest with how you feel. You may tell them that you are willing to learn and doing your best to support their learning. So, in the current situation that we are facing as of now, I know all of us are preparing. I know all of us are still adjusting, but with the situation because of the COVID-19. You know what? We can also ask help from the students. Yes, we can also ask help from them. Why? Because teaching is a two-way process. We can learn from the students, and the students will also be learning or will be able to learn from us. I think if the students will see that we are eager, we are determined, we are willing to learn, they will become more motivated to study because they see our efforts in adjusting in delivering our lessons effectively. So always remember, uh, students will not care how much we know unless they know how much we care. And we need teachers, we need to show our care for them. And so that we will be able to build connection with them. Yeah. You know what? I think one of the most powerful weapons in terms of teaching is that connection. Believe me, connection. So if the teacher is connected with the students, he or she can easily motivate and encourage the students to maximize their learning. Teachers, please be sincere, be honest with how you feel because it will be motivating. It will be motivating the students. It will be helping the students to realize that you are doing your best in order for them to help their learning. Show your care. Let us show our care for our students. So that's number nine. Then the 10th or the last strategy, but definitely not the least, let students take control. We, the teachers, are just facilitators of learning. Yes, we are just facilitators of learning. That's why we need to top our students in delivering the lesson as well. We can make a small group, and for each small group, we have a leader who is good in mathematics, good at mathematics, so that the leader will be serving as a teacher in our absence. Of course, there will be times that you are not online. There are some students who have a lot of questions, yes. And they can ask those leaders in order for them to get the answers abruptly. Okay? So ask students to support and consult one another to maximize the teaching and learning process. So through that small group, they will be having support. Yeah, make sure that you involve all the students for each group. So another one, ask students to support and consult one another to maximize the teaching and learning process. Of course, when you keep on posting questions, the students will be connected with each other because they will be able to know how they feel. They will be able to know if they really understood the topic. So, through that, you will be establishing connection among the students. That's why you need to give students the responsibility to support the teaching and the learning process. So those are the 10 strategies for teaching mathematics effectively in the new normal. So just what I have said a while ago, I think some points are also applicable to other subjects, not just in mathematics. And to end my presentation, always remember, it is not the most intellectual of the species that survive.
Okay. So I think mom is it has a she has a internet problem. So I will continue what she's reading. So the last slide, it is not the most okay. Oh, hello mom. Are you there? Okay. So um Mom Armeline de la Cruz Principe, she has a very engaging presentation tonight. Very clear, right, participants? And I would like to go back to the challenges of online teaching that she has mentioned a while ago. I agree with you, Mom. I think she's trying to. Okay. Number one is lack of awareness about the usefulness of e-learning. Yes, that's true. Okay. Sorry. Number two, resistance to use of e-learning from teachers. So that is a big hindrance or the biggest challenges that the teacher is facing because some teachers, just like what mom had presented, some teachers prefer the old way of teaching based on face-to-face meeting. Hi, ma'am.
Hi,
Hello.
ma'am. Good evening. Am I
Yes, good
disconnected a
evening.
while ago?
Yeah.
I was disconnected, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. But
Oh
luckily,
my
this the
God.
last presentation. The last presentation.
The
The
last
quote.
part, ma'am. Ah,
Yes,
the
the last.
quotation. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
already the
ma'am.
end.
It's okay,
Yeah.
ma'am. Your presentation
Thank
is
you so much,
very
ma'am.
clear, very
Thank you po.
engaging, and informative. Very engaging, mom. So, just
Thank
like
you
what
so
I
much,
have
ma'am.
mentioned, mom, I want to go back in the challenges of online teaching that you have mentioned. I agree
Yes,
with you,
ma'am.
mom. The first is lack of awareness about the usefulness of e-learning. That's true, mom. That is the biggest challenges
Yes
that
po.
everyone is facing nowadays. And also, resistance to use of e-learning from teachers. Yes, true, mom. And number three, resistance to change traditional learning methods by the students. Yes, mom, that's true because some of the students, just like what you have mentioned, they preferred hard copies instead of soft copies. They
Yes,
don't like the soft
ma'am.
copies. They don't want to read it.
Very
Yes,
true.
and fourth, the role of the school in determining students' use of learning materials. You know, mom, I noted here.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, ma'am.
And fifth,
I'm
role of the
flattered.
teachers in determining the appropriate materials for the students. Yes, definitely, mom. Before we send the materials, we have to check it first, right?
We need to
We have
review
to
it
check
first,
it.
ma'am.
Need to review first. Not only to copy the link and okay, send to the students. We
Yeah.
have to review it. Yes, definitely, ma'am. And six, lack of resources of the students. True, ma'am. Especially those students who are in the remote area, right? They don't
Yes.
have access on the internet and it's very difficult for them. It's very difficult for them. This is the biggest challenges for the students. And last, it needs a lot of time and preparations. Yes, mom. We need a lot of time just to prepare our lesson. Very helpful, mom. Thank you so much. And you also discussed the advantages of online teaching.
Of
Yes,
course.
and also the 10 challenges of teaching mathematics. Yes,
Strategy,
we have to record our lectures,
ma'am.
right? We have to record our lectures, set objectives, keep videos short, Write the steps on your slides, use existing resources, provide interactive activities, show care for your students, and last, let the students take control. And I like your example, Mom. The future of the students lies in our hands. That's a very good example, Mom. The future of our students lies in our hands, especially in a new normal way of teaching. Thank you so much, Mom, for that very wonderful presentation. Dear our participants, please let us thank Mom Armeline de la Cruz Principe for her clear, detailed presentation tonight.
Thank you,
Thanks a lot,
everyone.
Mom. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having me as your resource speaker for tonight.
Yes, thank you so much, Mom. Okay, so now it's time for quiz competition. Be prepared. Okay, so quiz competition. Our code is IGP 11 or 11. Okay, so please go to www.slido.com and the code is IGP11. Wow, we have already 169 participants and counting. Okay, very good. Please use your complete name. And remember, today we will set the code for getting a certificate. Okay. Wow, we have already 233 participants. Very good. Okay, remember, we will set certificate codes for all programs to ensure the learning priority and the rules of ISO. And frequently, we will be unable to set CPD for next. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. And this is also a requirement from CPD UK and Ministry of Education and also the Department of Education. Wow, we have 344 participants and still counting. Okay. Wow, 384. Please use your complete name. Wow, amazing. We have more than 400 participants for the quiz competition. Very good. I'm so excited. Wow, 423. Okay, happy announcement, dear participants. Now our webinars daily after tomorrow basis, 1 day gap for next program. Gradually, we will increase it like daily, after daily, two, after that daily, three webinar. Okay, question number one. Where the mathematics are invented? A. Egypt and Babylon. Okay, so the correct answer for question number one is A, Egypt and Babylon. Okay, congratulations to Romel. Top one. Question number two. An approach that uses science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics as access points for guiding students' learning. A. Bit-sized learning. B. STEM education. C. STEM education. Or D. Smart learning. Okay. So the answer for question number two is letter D. STEM education. And 23% of the participants got the correct answer. C rather. Okay, question number three. Gensworth identifies four categories of mathematics learners. Which do you want in your class? A. The expert. B. The mechanical learner. C. The ordinary student. Or D. The lost mathematical soul. Okay. The correct answer for question number three is letter C, the ordinary student. And 20% of the participants got the correct answer. Question number four. The use of manipulatives for teaching math is mandatory. True or false? Okay. The correct answer for question number four is true. And 62% of the participants got the correct answer. Question number five. Which country has highest proficiency level in mathematics? A. USA. B. China. C. Japan. Or D. United Kingdom. Okay. The correct answer for question number five is letter B, which is China. And 36% of the participants got the correct answer. Okay. Still, top one, Ma'am Imelda. Question number six. Students demonstrate their understanding of the concept using the language of mathematics. A. Concrete stage. B. Abstract stage. Or C. Representational stage. Okay. So the correct answer for question number 6 is letter B, which is abstract stage. And 36% of the participants got the correct answer. Wow, top one now is Sir Cornelio. Question number 7. How many points are available for the use of mathematics? A. 7, B. 5, C. 6, or D. 4? What do you think? A, B, C, or D? So the correct answer for question number 7 is letter C, 6. And 15% only of the participants get the correct answer. Challenging. Okay, Ma'am Imelda again. Question number 8. Effective teaching of mathematics uses evidence of the students thinking to blank progress toward MU. A. Make, B. SpongeBob, B. C. Assess, or D. Help. Okay, the correct answer for question number 8 is C. Assess. And 65% of the participants got the correct answer. Question number 9. In teaching mathematics, teachers should focus on A. Computations drills alone, B. Number sense alone, C. A blend of drill and computing and number sense methods, or D. Role memorization of math facts and rules. So the correct answer for question number 9 rather, is letter C. A blend of drill and computing and number sense methods. 92% of the participants got the correct answer. Okay. And last question. The National Council of Teachers of Mathematics recommends the use of manipulatives in A. Kindergarten, B. Elementary, C. Secondary, or D. All grade levels. Okay, the correct answer for the last question is letter D. All grade levels. And congratulations for the 72 participants. Okay, congratulations to all the winners. Top 1, Ma'am Imelda. Congratulations, Mom. 9 over 10. Mom Imelda, until, okay, and top 10, student top 10 for quiz competition. Congratulations to all of you. Okay, congratulations to all the winners. Top 10 for tonight competition. Okay, so that is for the quiz competition. Again, congratulations to all of you. Top 10 winners. And please use your, give your complete name. And we will post your certificate later on. Okay. Okay, participants, please drop your question in our comment box. And welcome again to our amazing speakers for tonight.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Are you ready, ma'am, for a quiz for Q&A portion?
Yes, we were.
Yes, ma'am.
We are, ma'am.
Okay. So please, participants, um, write your question in the comment box below. Okay. First question is coming from, okay, Mon Kobacha from Doc Armelin. Doc Armelin. Okay, mom, can we have one examples of your video lessons? Mm,
Hi, ma'am. Good evening. So, good evening, everyone. One of the examples of our
maybe
video
you wants to
lessons
put
that, can you elaborate more your question, ma'am? Example of my own video lessons or the address
your
or the
presentation.
online video lessons where I can download it. Is that your question, ma'am?
Yeah, I think so, mom. Because not clear. Okay, we will go back to you again, mom. So, mom Principe, what will you do to address cheating? Good example. A good question.
Yes, ma'am. That's a very good question. So, we will address those cheating, especially nowadays during our new normal education by collaborating with the parents. We need to build a
Yeah.
connection, strong connection with the parents
Mm.
for them or for their children to have a good future. As we all know, the parents are the ones that are responsible enough for the education of their child. So, if you're the parents, are you happy that your child is cheating while they are
Cheating.
studying? So of course not, 'di ba? So that's it, ma'am. We will address those cheating by establishing a good connection with the parents. Thank you po.
Yes. Okay, I hope Mom Raquel, we answer your question now. Okay, so from Prince Judiel de los Reyes to Mom Armelin again. What are the possible limitations and boundaries of a teacher when creating a connections to the students?
Hi, Sir Prince. So the possible limitations and boundaries of a teacher when creating connections to this is that until you are not hurting the feelings of those students, uh, that's the limitations and boundaries of us, a teacher, when creating a connections to our students.
Yeah, but you should also put boundaries, right, Mom? But as
Yes,
long as
ma'am.
you are not hurting them.
The
Okay, thanks
feelings
so
of
much,
them,
Mom,
yes,
for
ma'am.
that
Physically or emotionally.
physically or emotionally. Yes, I agree with you, Mom. Okay, Mom Principe again. What are your personal strategies for teaching a students with a math-related learning disability? Oh, interesting question.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Sir Cesar Comprado. So, my personal strategies for teaching a student with a math-related learning disability is that I open my heart with them. Uh, I think of different strategies that will apply to his or her situation because as we all know there are individual differences and there are
Mm,
different learning styles that can apply to different students. So that's
yes.
my personal strategies that I will
We
use.
have to think
Thank
of
you, Sir
another
Cesar.
approach that we have to use to address
Yes po.
those kind of students. Okay. Thank you so much, Ma'am Emmeline. Okay. To our two speakers. Okay. What your best practices in assessing students' outcomes during this new normal? Maybe Mom Rosalie, you want to
Yes,
answer?
ma'am. Right. So, Sir Jonathan, the question is, what is your best practices in assessing student outcomes during this new normal?
Mom,
All right, for
sorry
my
to
personal
interrupt. Your
experience,
voice
sir,
is too low.
yes, I'm using
Okay.
Google Classroom for as form of assessing the outputs of my pupils. So, in the Google Classroom, I can easily check their outputs. There's assignments, and then there's summative tests. I also use the Kahoot app, wherein there's an online questions wherein they can play together with their classmates. In that way, I can assess whether they learn from the modular distance learning that we are doing. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
definitely, Mom. Thank you so much. How about you, Mom Ameline? Do you want to add more?
Hi,
Thank you
Sir
so much,
Jonathan. So for this
Ameline.
question, what are your best practices in assessing student outcomes during this new normal? So based on my experience in our school, sir, here in the Philippines, our school is using modular distance learning, wherein they are answering modules at home. Then,
Mm,
um, instead of just focusing on the modules that we are giving to them, I personally make a learning activity sheets, or should I say LAS, capital letter or acronym LAS, for them to really practice the skills or the knowledge that they need they need to acquire during our discussion. So I think that's the best practice that I made. The learning activity sheets for the children. Thank you, sir, for that
thank
question.
you, Mom. What a beautiful answer from our two speakers. Thank you so much. Okay. For Mom Armeline. Mom, what do you think is the best LMS for you to be used in this new normal? Thank you.
Facebook user. So, sir or mom, I think the best learning materials is this learning materials, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken, for you to be used in this new normal. So I think the best learning materials that we will be using in this time of pandemic is that the modules, should I say the modules, because in the remote area, like in our community here in the Philippines, there are a lot of students who are not able to connect with the internet. They don't
Yes.
have any gadgets at all. They don't have smartphones. So I think the best learning materials that we will be provided to them are the modules, printed
Yes.
modules. Thank you, sir
Yes,
or mom.
definitely. Some printed modules is the best materials that we have to provide for our students, especially in the remote area.
Yes,
Yes,
mom.
I agree, ma'am. Another Facebook user. Okay, mom or sir. Okay. To Ma'am Rosalie. Okay, Ma'am Rosalie, do
Yes,
you
po.
plan to consider Singapore maths, specifically in solving using the bar model?
All right. Thank you so much for that question. Yes, ma'am. Singaporean math is very good. Actually, the part whole model that I just taught a while ago is part of the Singaporean math. So, because Singaporean math is a way of teaching math using blocks, using models, wherein the pupils can easily understand the problems, unlike if you are using the abstract or the numbers. So before they learn the formulas, it is important that they must understand first what the problem is really about by using the bars or the part whole model, and it came from the Singaporean math. So I am a fan of Singaporean math.
Okay. So thank you so much, ma'am, for that wonderful answer. Again, ma'am, from Alfred Garcia de Guzman. Ma'am Rosalie, do we have any techniques in answering math problems for secondary or junior high school learners?
All right. So, good evening, Sir John, Sir Alfred. All right. So, Sir, I am a graduate of Bachelor in Elementary Education, major in mathematics. My major is for elementary pupils. So, I think there is a more competent speaker when it comes to secondary or junior high school learners.
Mm. Okay, thank you, Ma'am Rosalie. How about you, Ma'am Armel? Do you want to add?
Ah, I am graduated with a bachelor's degree in elementary education, so I don't have
Nice.
any idea with the strategies that they are using when it comes to junior high school or senior high
The
school,
junior
ma'am.
hours.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mom. Anyway, thank you so much. Okay, we have a question now. Because since we are live also on YouTube, so we have a question from Sir Eric Jason Mukhay. Ma'am Armeline, what application is based for recording video lessons?
For me, Sir Eric, based on my experience, I am just using mobile phones in recording video lessons for my students because I can use it in my most convenient time, anywhere, anytime. This can be useful for me. So the title of the application is that Video Leap. If
Mm.
you are an iPhone user, just type video then LEAP in your app store. So that's the best recording video lessons for me.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Ma'am Armeline. I hope, sir, we answer your question clearly. Okay. From Maria Figuera, how to teach math online effectively?
I think that's question is for me, right, ma'am?
Yes, I think, Mom.
Hi, ma'am. Yeah. Hi, Ma'am Maria Figuera. So, just what I have discussed a while ago, if you want to teach your students effectively, there are 10 strategies that we may use. The first one is record your lectures. Second is to set your objectives. Then keep video short
Short.
for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Then the fourth strategy is that allow the students to practice what you are discussing. Then next is write the steps on your slides.
Mm.
They need to understand those steps when it comes to mathematics. Then use existing resources. Another one is that provide interactive activities. So we make sure that because if we fail to plan, we are planning to fail. Then the next one is that the ninth strategy that I have discussed a while ago is that show your care for your students. We need to be sincere in teaching them in order for them to encourage to motivate while they are learning. And then the last one is that let students take control. We as the teacher are just the facilitators of learning in our own
Yes.
discussion.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much, Mom. I hope, Mom, you're going to apply those 10
Then
techniques
strategies,
in
ma'am.
10 strategies in teaching mathematics effectively. Thank you so much, Mom Maria, for your question. Okay, coming from Sir Emmanuel Solon, because now he's watching on YouTube. As a high school math teacher, I am also teaching elementary math for grades 4 to 6. What method or strategy I should to deliver my discussions effectively? Methods or strategy.
Right. Is that question for me, ma'am?
I
I
think
think so.
okay, Ma'am Rosalie. Yeah, I think that's quite. The question is for you.
All right. So, thank you so much, Sir Manuel. So, as a high school teacher, what message I
Uh,
should
s-
to
okay.
deliver my discussion effective? All right.
Ma'am
So,
Rosalie,
sir,
sorry to interrupt.
All right.
Kindly loud, please louder your voice.
All right. Right.
Okay.
So, Sir Emmanuel, the methods and strategies that you can use for your discussion effectively. Well, sir, in teaching mathematics, based on my experience, the pupils are very engaged in games. Okay, so teaching mathematics through games because they are interested in that way, through contests, through apps. There are so many apps online that we can use to teach mathematics, and by using video presentations,
Mm.
they are very interested in that because aside from the abstract, aside from the numbers, especially the elementary pupils, they want something that is very interesting to their eye, that you can catch their attention. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ma'am Rosalie. I hope Sir Emmanuel we answer your question clearly. Okay. Okay, question again from Sir Reyes to Ma'am Principe. Ma'am, in the new normal education, how can the teacher see to it that the validity of tests given to students is high? We are now on the validity.
Hi, Sir J. and Reyes. So, in this new normal of education, that's the biggest challenge that we are facing right now during this pandemic. The teacher cannot measure the validity of the test as high as it should be. Why? Because yeah, we are all aware that it's not possible for us to look one by one of our students
Mm,
at home. That's why we need to contact their parents. We need to have in the Philippines we have the term online kamustahan with the parents. We need to know if what is the what is the role of the parents that in providing knowledge to and in providing knowledge and skills to his or her child. That's why we
mm,
need to build a strong connection with them. That's I think that's the best process or way on how to know if the validity of the test given to the students is high enough with the
yes,
help of
difficult to
the
measure the
the
validity.
parents, I think, sir.
Mm, yes, it's very difficult to measure the validity because the students are at home, right?
Yeah, we don't have any idea of what they are doing there.
Doing, yes, yes. Okay, from Ma'am Diana Obosa, can we integrate math in or in other activities that we want to our learners? Okay, the question is, I think for um activities. Okay, Ma'am Rosario, Ma'am, who
All
wants
right.
to answer this question?
All right. So, hello po,
Okay, Ma'am
Ma'am
Rosalie.
Diana.
I think Ma'am
Yes.
Rosalie.
Yes, of
Mm,
course, ma'am. You can integrate math in other activities that you want to your learners because math is everywhere. So everything that we deal in, there is a math in everything that we do. So as early as primary grade, so we can teach them basic counting. So
mm.
math is everywhere. And you can integrate it in other activities that the pupils are engaged with.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Ma'am Rosalie, for that wonderful answer. Okay. Thank you so much. And I think we covered all the questions. Thank you so much, participants, for wonderful questions tonight. And I hope you learned a lot from our two speakers. Thank you so much, Mom Rosalie and Mom Armeline, all the way from the Philippines. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much
much,
Thank
ma'am.
you
for the
so much,
knowledge
ma'am.
and expertise you've shared tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
We are
Okay,
much.
so
so
honored and privileged, ma'am. Thank you po.
Thank you so
okay,
much,
thank
ma'am.
you. Mm,
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
yes, sir.
Okay, before we move to the our certification process, because from today it's completely new for our participants. So before we move to our next process, the part four, certification process, I want to ask something. I want to just ask a simple question to our participants. First of all, dear participants, now we have around 535 participants with us at this live. In this live, at present, we have 536 participants right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
before when we are on the program, on that time, I asked a question like any suggestion types something like I asked to the participants that what could we improve for next time. Dear participants, I'm just waiting for your answer because I'm just asking a question. After that, you have to share your answer with me that I can proceed for the next. I asked a
Mm-hmm.
question that is what could we improve for next time. Some few of participants said that uh, to make this session little bit earlier. I think like 1 hour,
Yes.
2 hour earlier. Some
It's
of
so
them
that.
said that some of them said that morning time, daytime, whatever. But now I'm just asking one thing: which time is more preferable for you? And you have to ensure that maximum participants will join that time on a period of time. Like if we make the program 1 hour earlier from the right time, like now we start at 8 p.m. Philippine time, 5:30 p.m. Indian time, 6 p.m. Bangladesh time, again 5 p.m. Pakistan time, 4 p.m. Egypt time, at the same time 8 p.m. Indonesian time. Now I'm just asking one question, that is which time you most want to join with the most preferable form from you, because we are already booked. First of all, that please pardon me that we are already booked in 2021. So if I want to change the time, then I have to consult with all the speakers, because our all program set for the 2021. So if you want to change the timing, then I have to consult with all the speaker. So before I can do it, no problem. So before that, you have to ensure me which time is the more preferable for the joining for from your end. 6 p.m. Philippine time, 4 p.m. Indian time, 6 p.m. Philippine time, 9 p.m. Philippine time. Oh, great. 4 p.m. Philippine time, 6 p.m. Philippine time, 6 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 7 p.m., 7 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m. is fine. 6 p.m., the time is okay. Can we have a webinar in the afternoon? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then 6 p.m., 8 p.m.,
8
6 p.m.,
p.m. Mm.
2 p.m., 2 p.m. in Philippine time. Yeah, it's lots
5.
of confusion.
Yeah. 5 to 7 p.m. 6 p.m.
It's okay with me. We are so busy during the day. 8 p.m. is okay. 7 Moradin, 17 Moradin in Romania. 5 p.m. Philippine time. 6 p.m., 8 p.m. Philippine time. 8 p.m. 6. It's okay.
7
This
p.m.
time not sleepy and hot. 8 p.m.
Okay, for me, 8 p.m. is okay. Ah, most of them, sir, they prefer 8 p.m.
Okay. Uh, because I'm getting just lots of confusion. So, if possible, can we make this program 1 hour earlier from our right time? That means 7 p.m. Philippine time, 5 p.m. Bangladesh time, and 4:30 p.m. Indian time, 4 p.m. Pakistan time, and 3 p.m. Egypt time, and at the same 7 p.m. Indonesian time. What about that? Is it okay? 7 p.m. Philippine time, 5 p.m. Bangladesh time, 4:30 p.m. Indian time, 4 p.m. Pakistan time, 2 p.m. Egypt time, and 7 p.m. Indonesian time. Is it okay? I think you can adjust it next year if the schedule for this year is set already. Yes, our all program set for this 2021. Is it okay? 7 p.m. for to all of you. Still
7 p.m.
confusion.
is okay
8
from
p.m. is
Jasmine.
fine, but don't extend 10 p.m. to finish. Jasmine Palat, it's not on our hand because it's based on speaker presentation and our certification process, quiz competition. Because we are
Mom's.
bound, we are bound about quality, so nothing to do. Then okay, 8 p.m. Pakistan time because it is 6 p.m. for Romania. No, 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 4 p.m. for Pakistan time. I guess 7 p.m. Okay, 7 p.m. Okay, let me consult with our total team. Then
Mm.
I will uh, I will announce it on our Facebook page, group, YouTube, and on the program also. Let me consult with our total team and speaker panel. After that, I will definitely declare it with you. And I am going to. I'm planning. I'm not confirmed that I'm going to share about everything with our speakers and our team. After that, hope so we can do that 1 hour earlier. If is it everything is fine, then it's still confusion. It's still confusion. Eight is already fine. 8 p.m. is
Yes, I
okay.
think 7 p.m. is fine with them, sir. Mm. 7 p.m. That will be
Now
6
what can I do?
It's up to you, sir.
This set is okay. 8 p.m.
Okay, this
is
time is
fine.
okay from Sir
8 p.m.
Mom
Philippine time is
Justin and
okay.
Mr. Justin.
Working mothers 8 p.m. is fine. 8 p.m. for 8 p.m. is already okay. Uh, and one more announcement that is, I think if everything going okay, from the next month, like August, we can set a program daily basis. Like now we have program or day after basis, and if everything going okay, from August 1st, we can set the program daily basis. So it would be much better. And after that, we will proceed for the daily two webinar, and after that, we can arrange daily three morning, afternoon, and evening. So I think now this time is perfect for everyone right now, because I'm getting lots of confusion in this comment box from this comment box. So okay, let me consult and let me think again. No need to change time. No need to
Yeah,
change, sir.
no need to
8 p.m.
change, sir.
Philippine time is fine. Okay, okay, okay,
Mm,
okay, okay, okay.
Adhika.
Thank you. Move to the next part. Certification process. Ma'am Rohamina, take
Yes,
over.
sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, certification process step by step. Okay, step by step. Sir. Okay. Okay, today, 12 July, today's program name, Teaching Techniques in Mathematics. Okay, so this is our the title of our webinar tonight. Next, this is the step by step. And um, I okay. So certification link, please browse iduigp.com courses teaching techniques in mathematics. Okay, this is the the topic of the webinar tonight. Certification link now available in comment box and pinned comments. So please check the certification link in the comment box and also in pinned comment. Certification link will be available always in this program post, Facebook page, Facebook group, and also YouTube description. Okay, please, our participants, check the certification link in the comment box and pinned comment. Okay. Certification process. You can claim your certificate in two ways. So we have two ways in claiming certificate. One one way, direct link from comment box, pinned comment, or post description. Or if you are not able to click this link, please directly browse www.eduigp.com for all information together. Find today's program, then the process are the same. Okay, remember we have two ways of claiming e-certificate. Number one is you have to direct link from comment box, pinned comments, or post description. Or if you are not able to click this link, please directly browse www.eduigp.com for all the information together. Find today's program, and then the process are still the same. Okay. This is the if you go directly or if you browse www.eduigp.com or given link, you will redirect in this page of our website and click enroll now. Okay, click enroll now, and after that, if you are new, create your account. If you have an account, then log in directly. After that, find the seminar title and get enrolled. Only for those participants who are new in this webinar. Okay, remember? Okay, this is the code. Okay, instruction, certificate, code required. So now the code are required in getting your e-certificate. So our code is IGP 125, 127 rather. I repeat, code IGP 127. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. Okay, remember the code for tonight's webinar is IGP 127. Okay, with code, okay, after that, when you know the code, click get your certificate. Okay, please enter the code IGP127, then click get certificate or get your certificate. Okay, very clear instruction. Again, our code for tonight's webinar is IGP127. This free international webinar certificate is auto downloadable in PDF file. So check your device file manager, Sometimes it looks uncompleted, which is for your mobile screen size. Yes, I experienced that. In PDL file, everything is okay. If nothing found in your file manager, please check your browser setting or update your browser or try with another browser or try it from a laptop or desktop. Yes, it's better to use laptop or desktop, sir, when we are downloading the certificate. Okay. So this is an example of certificate of participation. So after that, when you enter the code IGP127, then this is the example of the certificate you will get from tonight's webinar. Okay. Okay, so this is your step 6. Your certificate is ready. Step 6. Step 7, verified certificate. Okay, you have to verify your certificate. Okay, you can join our all live programs from Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube channel, and website. Okay, very clear. Thank you so much, sir. Hmm. Dear participants, if any problem raised to claim your certificate or any other issues, please don't be hesitate to contact us. Okay? If now our website isn't working well, don't be panic. It's issue of traffic codes max user. Yes. You can claim your certificates tomorrow also. Our core team members are always ready in comment section to support you to find solutions. Thank you so much. Janet S. Okay, Janet S. Cablao. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. And Kelvin Linatok. Okay, they are the one who will always there to help you. Okay, so don't panic if you cannot able to download your certificate tonight. Tomorrow you can download it. Just remember the code is IGP127. Okay, so now our upcoming webinar. So next webinar on July 14, 2021. Topic is failure is the biggest teacher. Wow, I like this topic. We have three speakers all the way from India: Dr. Seema Negi, Dr. Manoj Saigal, and Dr. Shunla Joy Chauhan, all the way from India. Okay, and please don't miss this interesting and relevant topic on July 14. July 16, 2021, Special Education, Transition to New Normal from Classroom to Class Home with three competent speakers from the Philippines, Ma'am Veronica M. Galicia and Ma'am Millet B. Sarmiento, and also Ma'am Mary Ann R. Batalor from the Philippines. Another wonderful webinar. Okay, July 18, 2021, topic Modern ELT Classroom with two competent speakers, Miss Gada Mahmoud Gista from Gaza, Palestine, and Sir Feruz Akbarov from Uzbekistan. Okay, that is the topic on July 18, 2021. July 20, 2021, topic Global Impact of Tourism. Wow, another interesting topic. by Ma'am Concepcion R. Mendoza and Ma'am Maria Teresa N. Bernabe. Wow. Okay. July 22. Topic: Educators' Leadership Skills with two competent speakers from the Philippines, Sir Victorio Crescentillo Juan and also Sir John Wesley P. Valdez. Okay? Doctor of Philosophy Victorio Crescentillo Juan and John Will is also a doctor. Okay. Thank you. And July 24, 2021 topic: Scientific Research Writing and Reviewing by two speakers from the Philippines, Sir Felix E. Arcilia Jr. and Sir Rex A. Lim. Okay, don't miss this wonderful webinar. July 26, 2021 topic: Magic of Logic by Dr. Cesar R. Cairo and Dr. Paul Gary P. Abello from the Philippines. Wow, Magic of Logic. July 30, 2021 topic: Global Hospitality Planning with modern travelers by two speakers, Sir Juan Martin Guas and Sir Professor MD Shahriar Parbes. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Okay. August 1, 2021, Empowerment Through Education. Wow. By Dr. Lulua Almutaklak and Ambassador Dana Haselu and Ambassador Esther Okoro. Wow. So August 1, we have three speakers from Bahrain, Trinidad and Tobago, and also from Nigeria. So please don't miss this webinar. August 3, topic: Setting Career Goals by three amazing speakers: Dr. Prita Kakru, Dr. Esha Mansingh, and also Tyuta Ab Abdili. Wow, setting career goals. That will be on August 3. And August 5, self-determination leads to success by three competent speakers from Morocco, Dr. Hasna Bauchala, United Kingdom, Ghazala Jabin, United States, Barbara J. Hopkinson. So please don't miss this webinar on August 5. So I hope you learned from tonight's webinar. Thank you so much for your active participation. Thanks a lot. And see you in our next webinar on July 14. Okay. And please, participants, if any problem raised to claim your certificate or any other issues, please don't be hesitate to contact us. If now our website isn't working well, don't be panic. It issue of traffic cause of max user. You can claim your certificates tomorrow also. Our core team members are always ready in comment section to support you to find solutions. So I salute you, Ma'am Janet S. Cablao and Sir Kelvin Linato. Thank you so much for your undying support. Okay, don't remember our code for tonight's webinar is IGP 127. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. This is the step 4. Okay, thank you so much, our dear participants, for your undying support in this wonderful webinar. See you all in the next webinar that will be on July 14, 2021. Thank you so much. Good night.